In a remote corner of the Tibetan Plateau, surrounded by some of the world's tallest mountains and deepest gorges, China is planning the world's most complicated super dam, the biggest hydroelectric project ever attempted. This dam could generate enough clean electricity to power the UK for an entire year, but the ideal location is one of the most inaccessible gorges in Tibet. A project of this size could shift the geopolitical power balance across South Asia if earthquakes don't intervene. For the past 70 years, China has excelled in engineering feats, breaking records in almost every industry, including hydropower. China currently has about 87,000 dams, as water management is crucial for a population of 1.4 billion people. They have even redirected many major rivers to boost development. However, the new project dwarfs all previous efforts, even the Three Gorges Dam. At one point, a proposal suggested using a nuclear weapon to blow up a dam, a plan wisely rejected. Dr. Ruth Gamble, an expert on the environmental, cultural, and climate history of Tibet, the Himalayas, and Asia, provides insight into this colossal project. China plans to develop a 60-gigawatt super dam on the Yarlung Tsangpo River, producing 3 times as much electricity as the largest dam in the world today. This project would harness the natural power of one of Asia's largest rivers, providing clean electricity to tens of millions of people. The construction site is in a remote and wild part of China, prone to natural disasters. Transporting materials there is a significant challenge. China's neighbors, India and Bangladesh, share the same river and worry that the project might impact their water supply, especially with the unpredictable effects of climate change. China needs a lot of electricity, twice as much as the USA and 8 times as much as Russia. Most of its electricity currently comes from burning coal, which produces high emissions. To move towards net zero and meet rising electricity demands, China is investing in renewable energy sources, including solar panels, wind turbines, tidal power, and hydroelectric dams. Since the 1950s, China has built tens of thousands of dams, including the Three Gorges Dam, the world's largest hydroelectric facility. Now, they are focusing on major international rivers, with the Tibetan Plateau being a critical water source for Asia. The Yarlung Tsangpo River, also known as the Brahmaputra in other regions, starts at the Angsai Glacier and flows over 1,000 kilometers east before turning south into India and Bangladesh. It is the highest major river globally and one of the longest. The targeted location for the dam is the Yarlung Tsangpo Gorge, a sacred place in Tibetan culture with a rapid descent of over 2,000 meters in altitude as it curves around the Namcha Barwa mountain. This makes it one of the steepest river descents on the planet, creating immense hydroelectric potential. China is not interested in the spiritual significance of the gorge, but its unique geography. The plan involves either building a series of dams down the gorge or digging a tunnel from the river's highest to lowest points, releasing water through the tunnel to generate power. The latter seems more likely, using a run-of-the-river system where water is redirected from a high point on the river to a lower point, spinning turbines to create electricity. The proposed tunnel through the Namcha Barwa mountain would be around 40 to 50 kilometers long, carrying 2,000 cubic meters of water every second and generating up to 300 billion kilowatt-hours of electricity per year, 3 times the output of the Three Gorges Dam. Although the physical dam might look smaller than the Three Gorges Dam, the power generated would be immense due to the natural steep descent of the river. This project faces enormous challenges, not just from the remote location, but also from the seismic activity in the region. The Yarlung Tsangpo Gorge is on the Indus-Tsangpo Suture Zone, where tectonic plates collide, making it prone to earthquakes and landslides. Despite these risks, China is determined to push forward, potentially creating the most ambitious hydroelectric project ever attempted.